You? Oh, anybody but you. You mean to tell me you're about to succumb to this pressure? You about to die over this? Anybody but you. Come on. I know this isn't you. After all you've seen, better yet, after everything you've experienced, this is about to take you under. No, it's not you. Now I know what you're saying. X, this one is different. This is a different type of monster. I ain't never had to deal with this one before. But stick with me. I'm gonna walk you through this. I'm here. I'm with you. When I said, after everything you've seen, after everything you've experienced, I can't believe you're here in this headspace, it's because those two words are past tense. Realize that. And know that they're past tense because you survived. You overcame those obstacles. You got through those situations. But I bet the biggest confusing part is this. Wondering, how did I get back in this headspace? And that's what we have to attack. How do we get back into this mind frame where the end doesn't seem tangible? The answer doesn't seem right there for us because we look at it from a perspective of defeat already. The walls seem to be closing in and they're talking louder than ever. So the closer they get, the louder they are that nothing is going to work in your favor, but that's lies. Those are the lies we tell ourselves. So what we have to do is talk to ourselves. The first step is a conversation with ourselves. Because everything we need is within. We can't keep walking into this life with a sense of defeat. Let the walls close in, but the strength within will help us push those walls back off us. So once we have that conversation, we have to have the conversation that what? Do you have a plan to get out of your situation? What is your plan? Is your plan realistic? If it's not realistic, then it's time to revamp. It's time to research other methods. Give yourself options. Grab some sort of ownership and have the freedom to choose. Give yourself the freedom to choose again. Because right now you're in a space where you feel like you don't have a choice. But that will never be reality. The most realistic concept is this: there always is a choice because we have a mind that we control. Now the naysayers that we may encounter, you may say, X, everybody around me is speaking negative. Well, we gotta have something change in that mind space. Right now, that mind space has to be clear of all negativity. And the only person that's gonna speak some positivity into our lives is us. The only person that's gonna be able to brighten the situation is us. Through whatever spiritual walk you take. We have to grab something outside of ourselves sometimes. And in order to find a tangible means or answer to our problem, sometimes we have to reach for something untangible. We have to reach for something that can't be seen with the naked eye. Something that has to be seen spiritually or supernaturally. These are the things we have to understand. And the only reason I don't understand what you're going through is because I overstand it now. I've been there. I've done that. So you know what comes after been there? Like you've been there? That's right. Been there, done that. So since it has been done by me and by you, it's time for us to do it again. There's nothing new under the sun. What has been shall be again. You aren't the first person to go through this problem. You're not the last person to go through this problem. But it can be the last time that you fall victim the way you're doing right now. This will be the last time you walk down that path to destruction the way you're doing right now. This will be the last time you depend on a substance or any kind of controlling element or agent to get you through this. This could be the last time. And you have the control. You have the power. You have the mental capacity to change your situation. By what people cannot see your brain from the outside. They cannot see your thoughts from the outside. So in order to change what's tangible around you, you have to tap into what can't be seen with the naked eye. Your thoughts, your ideas, your passion, your fire. Where is your fire? Is it consuming you from within? Or are you willing to let it out in the form of your hopes and your dreams? Are you willing to let it out in the form of your ambitions, your drive? All these things come into fruition. Are you willing to let that happen? Now you know the difference between being consumed from the inside and allowing that fire to burn outward. Decision. And that decision lies with you. No one can make that decision for you. The decision will lie with you, and it will never move from that place. It's always going to be with you. Even if it goes to the place where someone else is in the decision-making process, guess what? You make a decision to fall in line with that person, or you fall in line with God's will. That is the only question. So you got two options. Like I told you, even when it looks like there's a brick wall in front of you, that's always a choice. Choose ye this day. Which one you gonna do? When you look in that mirror, I want you to say, what is my plan? How can I make this happen? Why am I in this headspace? Why is this happening to me? Sometimes you gotta cry out, let that thing out. Because in order for it bubbling up, it's gonna eventually combust and flow out and spew out on those you care about most, those around you. Some people yet be speaking and naysaying until you may feel like, hey, yeah, I kind of want that to get on them. I want them to feel how I feel, but they'll never feel how you feel because they're not you. You have to control to the point where you can stand on your own 2 feet. You can tell yourself, this is what's going to happen. This is the plan. This is what I'm going in. No one can strain me. No one can stop me. This one's for the team. If you have a family, this one's for the home team. This is what I'm going for. And if you have a spiritual walk, say, this one is for God. This one's for the Creator. I'm going to do what I was put on earth to do. My purpose, my calling cannot be taken by anyone. This one is for me. And anything anyone has to say against that, strike it down. Anything anyone has to say about pointing at me while I'm still in my situation, I know that it's going to change. And it's going to change real soon. Because it may not be on my time, but it's going to happen on time. You got to walk in that faith knowing that's what's happening. And if anybody comes at you, tells you you're gonna be the one to do this, that, or the other, you gonna come out of that? That's how you gonna come out of it? No, that's not you. Not you. You can't do that. Not you. But that's how we flip the game on them. And be like, the person you're pointing at, the defeated person, the person you don't believe can come out of this, the way I'm about to come out of this, the way I'm about to be delivered out of this, the way I become stronger out of this, the way I climb out of this hole. The person you believe is defeated and is going to stay in those positions. You know what? You're right. That person that you speak of, they're dead. They died a slow, agonizing death, and they will not be back. So you are telling the God-honest truth. That is not me.